of especially in karate, there's a lot of unrealistic bullshit that happens in a lot of karate circles, which don't make any sense. Do stupid shit. One thing is paying twice for the same real estate. Not securing control over things. Major issue. So somebody throws a punch, and people go like this, boom, boom, and there's nothing real there. You know what I'm saying? Major problem. So here's what we're gonna do. What energy are you dealing with?
Giving energy?
The giving energy. That's the only energy that can hurt you. If he throws a punch and retracts it, does that matter? All that matters is that. So that's what I need to time. What we got? 1 out of every 10 people is left-handed, which means the majority of attackers are going to come what?
Right.
The only time you have to worry about the guy who's going to throw a lead and a rear is when they're semi-trained or they watch a lot of TV. You see what I'm saying? But it really doesn't matter because most people are going to tell you. Most people are going to stand here and load up. You see what I'm saying? So it doesn't matter. As long as your hands are open, and if he comes right here, see, we have all that. I can tell what's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? If he comes with the other side, see it? Loads up first. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna deal with the right real quick. All he's gonna do is he gonna come, I'm gonna bait straight, and I'm coming just like this. One more time, here. See how my elbow's over? See it? Just like so. And then I'm collapsing the wing as I keep his hand up. Just like so. I want to go back to back with him. Then I'm grabbing the back of his hand and releasing and turning and facing him. He will naturally stand up and bend his arm. He will naturally do it. A lot of systems, a lot of schools will try to bend the arm. There's no reason to. It should be his power doing all the work. There is no problem for me to go like this, harmonize with this, and collapse down. Takes no physical strength. Then grab his hand and release. He'll do it. Don't try to bend his arm. He will naturally bend it on his own. Nobody stands here with their arm out like this. They will not do that. As soon as I come here and grab his arm and release, he'll bend it. Automatically. Another thing. As soon as I go, boom. My main purpose was to just get him off balance, to take his mind off of what I'm doing. The fight is over with the first motion. Boom. Collapse on that elbow. For control factor, the situation tells me what I need to do. The person tells me what they want me to do. So, in this situation, let's just say it's my brother right here attacking me. He's pissed off. I'm not collapsing on his elbow. I'm collapsing on his tricep just to control him, not to break his arm. So I'm coming deep, boom. Now I can talk to him. He'll bend his arm, and then boom. Now he's down. I got control. Very simple. That's all we're gonna do. Just like so. He reaches out, I'm coming, boom. Right here, grabbing, boom. I take him down, off balance a little bit, so I can, at times, boom, just like that. It's that smooth. Again, come, 1, 2. That's it. Harmonize, relax, no long pauses. Again, he comes, I come, 1, 2. And that's it. And then stand here in control. You don't have to be in any weird. Just right here. Now, how does karate apply? Karate is like this. Arts are majors and minors. So we're going to speak on the system of karate itself. We use our minors to accomplish and achieve our majors. Right? If I want to strike him, I can. The key is to strike uncontested. I bait him into coming straight down for me to achieve this. 1 out of every 10 people is left-handed. Majority of attackers are coming right-handed. So I bait him straight. Right here, he comes. Boom. Right here. Now, I bring him down, and then I can strike. Boom. Anything I want to do. See it? I used my minor, my joint manipulation, in order to achieve my major. My strikes. Make sense? So we got. If I do this to you,
Oh, yeah.
that's nothing. You're gonna be able to fight me. You understand?
So it's more.
Turn. This is what people teach a lot. This bullshit.
Yeah.
Kick me. See it? It's people kick.
Pinky towards my face.
Yes.
Oh,
Not like this. Just like this.
Towards.
If I go like this, right? Boom. Do you feel any threat?
Negative.
That's why you stand up and you'll bend your arm. Try to take your arm back.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
See it? In the beginning, you were going like this. You went, and you were already trying to reach it. Instead of coming here, then coming here. When he's going down, put his hand down, stop his face from touching. Does he even think about this right here? Exactly. So, as he's coming, I go like this. Boom. And he comes right back up. Instantly. He goes just like this. And he's looking at me. Feels no threat. All of a sudden he goes like this. And he's like, what the fuck? You see what I mean? The fight was over with that. Fight was over. He was handcuffed. Instantly. Fight was over. Everything else is just icing. Boom. Dude. I'm talking to him right here. Dude, come on. I don't want no fucking problem. Boom. Come on, dude. What are we doing here? See it? He feels no threat. He stands up, takes his arm. Now, look. See it? Now it's just fucked up for everybody involved. Fucked up for everybody involved.
Cold as ice.
You see what I mean? Instantly the fight's over with the beginning. Whether he grabs you, whether he punches you, because watch his grab. Boom. Watch his punch. What's different? Absolutely nothing. Doesn't matter. You understand? The key is to bait him straight. I'm baiting him straight. And just recognize this. Even if I bait him outside arcing, what's it do? When I control the distance, watch this.
Straightens out.
It straightens out. See, I go like this. Fight's over. You can do what you want at will. You understand? With the first, remember, the first action or combination of actions you execute should have the ability and or probability of neutralizing the opponent's ability to continue to fight. There's a small grouping of techniques that neutralize the person's ability. The things that neutralize somebody's ability are short-lived. You understand? Because if you hold it too long, they start to acclimate themselves to what's going on and they start to make adjustments. So it's short-lived. The things that totally immobilize are not short-lived. Those are more permanent. You understand what I mean? So the first action you execute should have the ability and or probability of neutralizing the opponent's ability to continue to fight. As soon as he comes out, fight's neutralized. Boom. See it? I know where his hand's gonna land. I don't even gotta look at him. Once I got him, boom. I know where his hand is. I can stand just like this. And if I move forward towards him, he'll sit down, boom, boom, and lay down. If I move back, he'll lay on his stomach. You see it? That's the key. That's the control factor. So if I want him to lay down after I come here, boom, I just move back. And as he lays, it activates more.
Nose running down.
If I want him to sit down, as soon as I go, boom, I'll start walking towards him and he'll go and sit down. As he lays down, it activates more. You understand? I want you to be over his thumb. Put his thumb on the shelf. And, yep, that way. Palm that way. There you go. See it?
Sit down. That's mean. That's mean.
Listen. Hey!
All right.
This is what I teach women to do a lot. When they come, if they come like this, I tell them, put it on your chest, just like this. And they'll stand up and pull you in. You see it? And all you gotta do is bow. It has absolutely nothing to do with your hand size. You wanna control him. Fight's over with the first technique. Fight's over. He comes, he's down like this. See that? That's all I need. 3-point position. 3-point stance. Boom. Now I can just go like this. Go, stand up. He's like this. Now I'm like trying to see it. He's in control of everything. So he expects this. Boom. He expects this. Boom. Punch. See me? Back to back. Boom. Boom. You understand? All I'm doing is accepting whatever gift he gives me. Now, here's the thing. A street fighter has 2 hands. The average street fighter. That's it, 2 hands. And if they watch the UFC, they'll throw a couple of knees every now and then. You know what I'm saying? That's it. And you get the overzealous ones that try to do a leg kick every now and then. But they primarily have 2 hands. The average martial artist has 2 hands and 2 feet. That's it. A well-versed martial artist, people out of this school, have unlimited access to tools and information. You see what I mean? So the average person has 2 hands. And the average person is going to be right-handed. So what he's going to try to do is grab me and hit me. See it? So instead of, right, he grabs, he hits, he'll let go because I have this hand. See it? And he'll stand up. Automatically in that position. I can do anything I want from here. Anything. Once I make contact. So when he throws that punch at me, he's giving me a gift. That's it. It's mine. Watch this. Instead of pump. No. Sit here. Harmonize. Time his shit. Harmonize with it. Fight's over. If I keep going and break his elbow. And what happens when I apply pressure here and kick that leg out? Boom. There we go. That's why we're doing it. Just stupid shit. You do what you want.
There you go.
And you see that? That's another reaction. That's another reaction on shit that people do. I'm gonna do a different technique. Watch this. His natural reaction here is grab my shoulder or try to reach his own arm. Boom. See it? Me knowing that, when I come close to Gashi and he tries to grab his hand. See it? He gives me access. He gives me access to everything. When I'm right here and he tries to grab his hand, he gives me access to both limbs. Normal reaction. People who don't know. People put you in a entangled arm technique, origami. You know what people do? You know what they teach you to stop it? They go, dude, you give me both arms, game's over. You understand what I mean? That's natural reaction. That's why I don't, like, I could just go under and throw him with Shihonage alone. 4-direction throw. I could throw him, but I usually just apply a little bit and wait for them to touch me somewhere. So I can grab and pull across. Because once I pull across, I have control over this. I go like this, and he goes, and I go. Now he's trapped. Boom! And there's no greater laugh than to have an inmate. All right, everybody else lock in. And he's like, you can't do shit. Once you have control, postures are about maneuvering intelligently in order to stay balanced. That's all they're about. They're not about freezing in those positions no. These are frozen moments in movement. So when he reaches out and I go like this, where am I? There you go. Now, where am I? See it? So I entered front as strictly to maneuver myself, stay balanced, knees not in front of toe, head's not in front of knee. Everything is good, right? Boom. Step back, boom. And I'm ready. Toes straight forward, right here. Why? Because this is a mobile posture. I didn't come out into natural, immobile posture. This is a mobile posture, an active stance. So I go from here, I swing around, boom. Front, right here, ready. He moves up, boom, there we go. I'm ready. I can, boom, do whatever I choose to do. Whatever. You understand? So I transition through and stay balanced. I didn't freeze in the position. You understand? We teach it in static motions in order to teach how you can transition your center and be balanced. That's why we slow it down and say, all right, so you're here, all right. Now you're here, all right. Now you're here, now you're here, now you understand? But it's not frozen positions, it's just frozen moments in movement. That's how we teach it. And then, once you understand how to stay balanced, now we just activate it again or speed it up, and it's just a constant flow of position. Make sense? That's why I don't call them stances, I call them balanced transitional foundations. BTFs. And if you want to keep the arm position, now here it is. Once I go back to back, then you step out. And that's what allows you to keep that position. So I go like this, I come, boom, back to back, then step out. Here, sooner or later he's going to adjust. I'm neutralizing. So now I got to immobilize completely. And that's where I would end up taking them boom, completely down and getting in positions where now he is completely immobilized. You see it? In any action, if I would have stayed right there, right, and he tried to get up, he'd break his own wrist. You see it? But I stepped on his hand, which neutralized. If I step off of it, he'll try to get up. See it? So I get off, he starts to get up, because as long as he stays below a certain level, he won't feel any pressure. As soon as he tries to get up, it breaks. That type dynamic. He has me like this, which a lot of people teach, or a lot of people teach like this. They teach this bullshit, right? You know? See it? I'm right here. Boom. Boom. I can do what I want at will. What happens in the fight? Your body goes into protection mode.
Shunting.
You see what I'm saying? What happens to your pain tolerance?
Increases.
It increases. You're in a fight, right? I go like this. Arr! We're fighting. See that? This is what I get right here. Boom. He's breaking my ribs. He's breaking everything. That's why I need to be right here. Boom. He's not kicking. He's not doing shit. You understand? Boom. He's not doing a damn thing. Structurally, it's weak as fuck. Structurally. Somebody looking at their watch, very weak position for the human body. This, very strong. He's giving me access to him. That's why I love when people do that shit to me. When people do this shit to me. People do it all the time. Because they think it works. Because that's a technique that people, the whole world is taught. You still see people doing this shit. I love it. Look how long my leg is. Compared to him. I shatter ribs with that shit. Bang! Thank you. You understand what I mean? People do that shit to me all the time. Aikido black belts, fucking, just everybody, they do that dumb shit. And I ask people, so tell me about that technique. What makes that technique effective? And they're like, oh, whoa, because dude, you have no fucking idea. You understand? So, your body goes into survival mode. Your mind goes into survival mode. Right? If it's not flight, what are you in? Everything about you goes into survival mode. Pain tolerance increases. Your blood flow slows to protect you. Now, yeah, your heart's beating and this and that, circulating through your body, all right, that's fine. But you're not going to bleed to death. If some shit you get cut and this and that. Later on, you start to feel some weird shit.
You relax.
Yep, you're like, what the fuck is happening? And you feel that heat. There's people who have been shot and didn't die. Shot with fatal injuries but didn't die. Because their body was in survival mode. The only thing you gotta know, the first thing we teach is don't lay down and die. Right? It's the first thing. You always teach people in defensive tactics, in firearms training, in edge weapons training. I don't give a fuck what happens, don't lay down and die. The people who die are the people who lay down and die. The people who actually fight end up surviving. Right? There you go. Yeah, a couple more and then we'll end. So here's my thing about why I tell you don't do this. Don't do this. I'll explain it with a triangle technique. Triangle choke. If I put him with the left hand? If I put him in a triangle choke and I'm using my hands to pull his head down, it's not actually a triangle choke. It's a compression choke. I'm pulling my hands down, compressing his carotids. Right? Okay. A triangle choke should do its job on its own. Any other enhancements are exactly that. So I want to practice the technique of the technique that I'm doing to understand how to do it properly. Then, if I want to throw enhancements in there with anything else, that's fine. You understand? So, we practice the proper angle to allow the triangle to work with no enhancements. You understand? Okay. Nikkajo is a very solid technique that actually works. This is something enhancing it or allowing it to work because this is wrong. You understand? I'm all about studying the technique of each respective action and maximizing that. And then if I want to enhance it, it's that much more devastating. Make sense? As opposed to securing a position and then relying off of all these other enhancements to make it work. Make sense?
Yes.
That's the issue. That's why I tell you, stop touching them. That's why I don't go like this to get through. No, I go like this. You understand? You'll see a lot of people in schools go like this to get through. Now, once I touch you, I should be able to go quick. technique's working. If I got Nikkajo, Nikkajo's doing the job. My other hand is not, don't have to do shit. Make sense?